Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a drugstore makeup look. I was at Shoppers Drug Mart the other day and I decided to pick up all Covergirl products. I don't think I've ever tested Covergirl products like in general, and so I thought it was a cool idea. Shoppers Drug Mart was having 20 times the points on their Optimum, so I got money back and I have a receipt here with everything. So I figured that I would just kind of do a video. It's not like new stuff, it's more stuff that like was either on sale or it was a really good price, and like I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money, but I spent like around $80 to $90 on like a full face of makeup. The only thing I didn't get was a lip product and something for my eyebrows. Couldn't find any eyebrow products. I don't know if I just wasn't looking well enough or they just didn't have any in stock that I could see, and lip products I just didn't find anything I liked, so I figured I just skip that part. But we're gonna do a full face, so primer, foundation, concealer, everything. So if you like these kind of one brand makeup tutorials and test out videos, then please give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below if there's any sort of other drugstore brand or high-end brand that you want me to do like a test it out on. We can give it a shot, see what it's like, and if you're new here then make sure to subscribe down below. I post videos every Wednesday and Sunday, travel, lifestyle, makeup, fashion, whatever I'm feeling in the moment. So if you like those types of videos then make sure to subscribe, and let's just get on into it. Okay, so the first product is the face primer. This one they had on sale. Yeah, True Blend Primer, $7.49. So this is the face primer for combo skin. Oh, it just squirted out like a whole bunch of liquid. I'm gonna shake it up. I don't know why it was on sale. Like I said, I've never tried CoverGirl makeup before, so we're just gonna see what it's like. Okay, it's like super liquidy. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but we'll try. I'm just gonna blend it all out. It smells kind of odd, but I figured it was like the combo skin one, so I picked up a matte foundation, so I figured it would be easier to try, and it was on sale. So I tried to pick up stuff that was on sale at Shoppers with CoverGirl, because like their foundations can be like $15, which I know compared to like high-end foundation, like $15 is not bad at all, but when they have foundations that are cheaper, I'm gonna go for the cheap one. Okay, so the next one, the foundation that I picked up is the Liquid Foundation Oil Control. So this is the CoverGirl Clean Matte, and I got the shade Natural Beige. I have a tan now for my trip, and so I was trying to test it to see like if it's the right color, but they didn't have any testers. So it comes with this like, ooh, just kind of pours out. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit first. I don't want to pour like too much. I'm just gonna take my beauty blender. I'm gonna put it all over. So this foundation was, I think it was $8.99 on sale, of course. I picked up, the foundation was the one that was on sale, which is why I kind of like, I liked this one. It wasn't one of the ones that was like super expensive, and it's not one that's like brand new either. Like it's one of their older foundations. So far the color seems to match pretty well. I tend to like matte foundations. I don't like when my skin looks super oily or greasy, like dewy. Sometimes I do, but let's just test it out. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit more. Oh, that may be too much. Okay, we're gonna go with it. So I'm just using my damp beauty blender. Yeah, I definitely have way too much foundation on my hand, but that's okay. We're gonna build it, see if it's a buildable coverage. So this is in the shade Natural 540 Natural Beige, and it seems to match my tan like pretty well, so I'm impressed. Because I didn't even take it out of the container. Like, I didn't even try it, I just guessed. Okay, so the next one I got is the concealer, and it's in 715 Medium. I thought it was a lipstick at first, but it's not. So this actually was $9.99. Smooth concealer, yeah. Smooth concealer, $9.99. So this was actually more expensive than the foundation. But the foundation was on sale, so that's okay. So it just looks like a lipstick pretty much. So for $9.99, let's see. It is not really the right color, and it does not really blend well with this foundation. This is weird. Okay, let's try. It doesn't really blend that well. Like, it's not a liquid, it's kind of like a it almost feels like a paste, but I mean, once you blend it out, it's fine, but like, that was weird. It almost looked like it was like pulling foundation away from my face. I mean, it's not horrible, like, I don't know, it's hard to tell the difference between like what it was before and what it was now. The jury's still out on this one. We'll see how this goes. So I'm gonna go in with the True Blend Mineral Pressed Powder Translucent Honey. I tried to look for like just a general like translucent powder, and it was all in different, like they had colors. So it wasn't just like clear, which I thought was odd. So this is Translucent Honey. Yeah, I don't know what translucent honey means, because translucent to me means there's no color. So I'm gonna just take like a big fluffy brush. I really just want to like, oh my gosh, it just got everywhere. I just want to set my face. That's all I want. I'm gonna switch over to my ColourPop brush. The color is throwing me off. I think it's changing the color of my skin just a tad. Nothing too crazy, but it is changing it because it is colored. I mean, it's not horrible. I just don't know if I really like the color. Like, this is shade 3. Change. It looks like it matches pretty well. I don't know. We'll see how this holds up. I really can't like do my makeup without setting it, so we'll see if the setting actually works. Okay, so I have a couple more products. Let me get them out of my bag. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with a bronzer. So I didn't want to get like one of those bronzer like kit things, like the contour, highlight, and blush, just because it was like $15 for that when I don't really need it. But I wanted to test out something because I wanted to do a full face. So I picked up this Covergirl bronzer, and this is in the shade, it's a Cheekers bronzer, in the shade 102. So it's like throwing it back to when we first all started doing makeup, I'm sure. It comes with like one of those little tiny brushes. I don't know, I thought the shade was pretty cool. I figured, you know, like a blush and a bronzer, that's perfect. I picked up some shadows, so I figured I would use the shadows as my highlight. So I'm gonna go in with my regular brush that I always contour with. I'm gonna take a little. The color matches like pretty nice with like the shade of the foundation. It's nothing too crazy, which I was concerned about. There is a little bit of shimmer in the bronzer, but I mean, I'm okay with some shimmer. I think you can definitely build up this foundation, or this bronzer, sorry, you can definitely build it up. Let's see what it's like. It's always interesting to see how the powders react with the liquid. Like, I always take a look at my forehead to see. I don't know if you guys will be able to see. I'll try and do a close-up once I'm done. And usually, sometimes when the foundation doesn't react well with the powders, it starts to like break up the formula on my forehead, which I'm seeing like a little bit. Nothing too crazy, like I've definitely seen worse, but I'll zoom you guys in after we're all done and show you kind of a close-up of what it looks like. Okay, so that was the bronzer. So they had a sale that was like 1 for $6, or if you buy 2 for $10. So I figured I would pick up a blush and a bronzer. So this is in the shade, the blush is in the shade 110 Classic Pink. Okay, so it's this really, really pretty pink shade. I thought this would be really nice for summer. I love like brighter pinks with like really bronzy looks. So I'm just taking my standard Quo blush brush. You definitely have to like really blend it. I think that color is pretty. Looks good to me. So this is in the shade Classic Pink, and that was also $5 like I mentioned. Okay, so next I bought the Covergirl True Naked Roses palette. It's in the shade, or the number is 815, and it's basically all like purple shades, which I liked. They've got some shimmers. Like I said before, I didn't get a highlight, so I figured that I would use the highlight or one of the shimmer shades from here as my highlight. So we'll see what kind of look we create. This one was $14.99. So I think this was True Blend. Actually, the True Blend powder was $14.99. So this powder and the eyeshadow were the same price, which is a lot, but that's okay. $14 for like a powder eyeshadow, I shouldn't be complaining because I've definitely spent a lot more. But for drugstore, I always thought it was going to be so much cheaper. Anyways, okay. So I'm going to go in with this like really pale shade. I'm just going to put that all over my lid. Actually, I think I'm going to go in with the third one in and then go in with that one because I want to build it up to transition. So I'm just going to take this Quo brush and dip it into this like purple shade to kind of like try to blend out the crease a little bit, because I think going into that fifth one, or was it fifth? Yeah, the fifth one right away would be a little too drastic at first. The colors are blending out really nicely. I am picking up a lot on my brush. Like when you look at it, it's like fully covered. And I think that's why it's blending, because there's like a ton of product. So next I'm going to go in with a sort of a little bit more of a dense brush. I think I'm going to take one of these like, actually I'm going to take this MAC 217 brush and I'm going to take it on that fifth shade and really just like, it's really packed on there, and I'm going to put it like more on the outer corner and then just blend it in to deepen it up a little bit. So as you can see, it's more of a purple look, which is totally okay with me. So I can already tell that the inner corners here are creasing after they've already been set, so that's not really a good sign, to me at least. I hate it when it happens and it's like I've already set it and I'm just doing my eyeshadow and the makeup is already creasing. Like I haven't even done anything else. So I think next I'm going to just take my finger and I'm going to go in with this really nice like shimmery shade right here. I don't know if there's colors on the, actually there is. Copper Rose, I think this one's called. So I'm just going to take it on my finger and I'm going to pat it on the inner corner and right here as well, like on the real inner corner. So I'm just blending it. Something about a shimmer just always makes the look like take it from totally different. So if you really wanted to do like a day to night look, you could do all the matte shadows when you go to work. Throw this in your purse, and if you're going out after, you just use one of the shimmers and you put it on your inner corner. If you wanted to add some eyeliner, you could do that too. But it really just like completely changes the entire look when you add a shimmer. So there's the shimmer. A little bit hard to see, but it's there. So I'm gonna actually go in with a ColourPop number 7 brush, and I'm gonna take the shade that we're gonna actually use for the highlight. I'm just gonna put that on the upper brow bone, just to add extra shimmer. Clean up under there. It's really creasing. So I'm gonna take my highlight brush and I'm gonna try and go into that like one shade that I said we'd use as as a highlight. Really pretty. So I'm literally trying to just get it on that one. And then just blending it out. So my dark circles did not get covered, and I think it's making everything a little weird. Okay, so next and finally, I'm gonna go in with the Total Tease mascara. This one was $9.99. It's in the shade 800, which is very, very black, the shade name. So Total Tease mascara. So let's see what this is like. I'm always on the hunt for like good drugstore. Interesting. So it's got like this little one at the top and then a big one at the bottom. So this is the completed look. I'm gonna grab some lipstick and I'll come back for my review. Okay, so this is a completed look. I'm gonna go through each of the products. If you're wondering what I'm wearing on my lips, it is Sake by Bite Beauty. Really nice mauve pink shade. So I'm gonna go through each of the products and kind of say like how I feel about each of them. So let's start at like the very beginning. The face primer, the Combo Skin, True Blend Combo Skin, it's good. I mean, like, it's nothing amazing. It's really hard to tell right now because I just put the makeup on. So what I'll do is I'll leave like a end of the day like sort of review on my thoughts in the comment section so you guys can kind of see at the end of the day after I filmed like a whole bunch of videos and I kind of tested it all out, like what the end of the day result is. It's currently 11:30 in the morning, so I'll leave you guys like timestamps throughout the day. So I mean, it's okay. The foundation I really like. It is buildable. It matches my tan really well. Like, I think it looks pretty good. I think the one thing that I'm not a fan of is the translucent, like the powder. You can tell it changed the color of my foundation when I put it on, and it's because it's honey. So I know that if I would have gotten like a lighter shade, it would have made my skin lighter. I'm not sure I'm a fan of this concealer. It's like a lipstick format. I'm looking in the mirror and like I'm pretty sure my dark circles like don't look covered at all. Like, you can still see them, and I was really hoping it would work. Like, I just don't know if it's the type of formula. Like, it doesn't react well with the foundation because the foundation is liquid, and then you put on like this type of concealer and I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be using this concealer again. Maybe if I'm doing just like a quick like spot treatment and I'm not really putting on foundation, but I don't think I'd recommend the concealer. Just my opinion. Next, the bronzer and the blush. I really like these two. They're really nice. I think what I may end up doing is like taking them out of these like pots and putting them into a Z palette, because then I can kind of like mix and match them with other things. I really like the colors. I think the two actually look really well together, like with the this is the shade, the classic pink, and then this is the shade 110, and then the Copper Radiance. I really like them together. If you can get like a blush and a bronzer for 10 bucks, like, it's a really good deal, and it's the perfect size. Like, you don't need anything bigger than these. So I would recommend definitely getting like one of these. You go to Shoppers, I think they may have like a sale on now. I know they had one when I went, so I don't know if they still do, but look for these and see if you can get them. Then next was the eyeshadow palette. I actually really like the colors in these eyeshadow palettes. They blend really well. There's a lot of fallout. Like, my desk is like covered in foundation or not foundation, in like this powder and from the eyeshadows. So I really like the colors. If you're looking for like a nice purple like gradient one, I would definitely recommend this one. It's the Roses, $8.15. $15, like, you can't go wrong with $15. It's totally up to you. I like it. I would keep it. Like, I'm gonna keep it in my drawer. And then the last thing was this mascara. I'm not a fan. It didn't really do much. Like, this is definitely like a natural mascara day. Like, if you're gonna go like with natural makeup, use some concealer and some mascara and that's it. Like, I think you could use it. I just don't understand the whole point of like the other brush. Like, it says densifies and longens, fuel and long and refined. I'm like, this, like, I'll zoom you guys in and you can see like how nothing really changed with my lashes. It more or less just added a color. So I don't necessarily know. Like, I'm going to use up the bottle, obviously because I bought it, but I have better mascaras. Like, I'm trying out the L'Oreal, the one that's like a dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex, and I really like it. So there's other drugstore ones that I think are a lot better than this one. I don't necessarily know if it's just because, like, obviously Covergirl has like a whole range of mascaras, and this was the one that was on sale. So that's probably why it's on sale. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. So I'll zoom you guys in and show you a close-up so you can kind of see like what it looks like, and then in the comment section below, in the description box below, I will put like an update of throughout the day like what my foundation, everything looks like, so you can kind of get a feel for it. Overall, I'd say I definitely would recommend like certain products from Covergirl. Obviously they have like a whole wide range of products, and I'm just talking about the ones that I have here. So I would recommend the foundation, the blush and bronzer. I would recommend the eyeshadows. Not too sure about the primer. I mean, it's a primer. You could probably just put moisturizer on. I don't really know until I go to do my check-in. I would not recommend the mascara or the concealer, as well as the powder. Powder only because it adds that like color to it and it completely changes the color of your foundation, but it's totally up to you. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. Again, like I said, I'll leave some like updates in the description box below so you can see sort of what my thoughts are throughout the day. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next one. Bye!